I invite you to do something scary today. Close your eyes. So how many is it going to be? 18 minutes. Don't worry about that. It's going to be a little bit more of a reflection. So if you're courageous, close your eyes. If you don't want to do that, that's okay too. Just maybe look down. God of justice, give us the strength to respond to the call to do justice in the world, to love very, very deeply in a difficult time, in a world that is complex, where injustice at times could be so visible in so many places. Burundi, border, and our barrios, in Paris, countries throughout the Middle East, by individuals sometimes not always about the cause of peace. Sometimes violence can even exist in our own hearts, against our own families, against different races of people. If we have different views, different ways of seeing things. Sometimes violence is about sickness. Sometimes it's about addictions that destroys people and pulls family apart. Sometimes violence can be the result of neglect in so many ways that causes an effect on us personally, but also upon the world. But we ask you, God of justice, to help us to always be grounded in love as we look at the world and its challenges. We pray that you open us to your friendship and, touched by your Spirit, which you have given us freely, you give us the courage to keep stepping in and through and beyond. Because that's what it means to belong to your kingdom. A kingdom that calls us to go beyond the world, although your kingdom is in the world. Give us the courage to let ourselves be ruled by justice, to be healed by love, to be taken by compassion. Help the violence that sometimes exists in us to calm, to find another source, to use the energy that we would do non-justice towards others and ourselves toward building your kingdom. Make us whole, O Lord, and help us to know that in our wholeness we will endure only through solidarity and engagement with you. As you stood before Pilate, condemned to die, you were totally in control. And why were you? Because you allowed your mind and your heart just to say, focus on a higher mission. Help us, wherever we are today, in this moment, in relationship, to focus on higher justice, higher love. Allow your Spirit to touch the areas of ourselves that are exhausted this morning, that are exhausted this day by life. And may your divine compression fill us, direct us, and allow us to be good and faithful servants of your kingdom, a kingdom of peace, love, justice, and equality. a river, a great flowing river, and it makes glad the city of God. Broad are its waters, and deep are its voices. Its songs are of peace in the house of the Lord. What shall we fear, church, what shall we fear, though nations may tremble, and darkness may rise to trouble the sun? The kingdom is near now. The remnants assemble and lift up their eyes to a day just begun. There is a river, a great flowing river, and it makes glad the city of God. Broad are its waters, and deep are its voices. Its songs are of peace in the house of the Lord.
What shall we fear?
What shall we fear?
The bow shall be broken, the spear shall be shattered, and warring shall cease.
Warring shall cease. The kingdom is near now.
The word has been spoken, and though we lie battered, we are called to the feast.
There is a river, a great flowing river, and it makes glad the city of God. Broad are its waters, and deep are its voices. Its songs are of peace in the house of the Lord. Its songs are